Hey friends, it's Laura. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we're going to be making some DIY embellishments and I am so excited for these. They are so layered and fun and they have so much different dimension and texture and interest going on with them. They are absolutely gorgeous and can be used for so many different projects. So today I am working with a couple things from my stash. The very first thing from my stash that I'm going to use are white doilies, and then I'm also going to be using some thread from my stash as well. And everything else is coming from the Fall Sampler Click Kits. And I'm so excited. This kit is so pretty, and you're going to see how I end up using it here. I just do all the things with it, and I'm so excited for all the ways that these elements in the kit came together to create these super dimensional and fun DIY embellishments. So you can see the first thing I did was I cut out some different hearts from that heart patterned paper that came in the kit. And then I just used some pink thread from my stash to embroider around the edges of those hearts. And now I'm cutting some different strips of patterned paper from the kit, and I am accordion folding them and then cutting little triangle slits at the edges of them to create these really fun folded banners. And I will end up running those banners through my sewing machine just to give it even more dimension and texture and to keep that accordion fold dimension present even after it gets stuck down to the page. And also, I love me a good thread. So I already added embroidery thread around those hearts, and adding the machine stitching down those accordion folded banners was perfect. And then I also fussy cut out some different flowers and leaves from different patterned papers that came in the kit this month. And you can see here I grabbed the doilies out of my stash, and I am going to get started building up these really fun embellishments. And you can see I'm going to use all different kinds of stickers and die cuts and different things that I have created using my Click Kit this month. So really love how that is looking, and I also come up with a couple of different color palettes for these. A couple of them that I make have purple, some of them have pink, and some of them have orange or yellow. And I mix and match with the colors a lot and create a couple of different combinations because it will add to the variety of ways that I can actually use these by giving me a couple of different color palettes to work within. So you can see here I'm already getting started layering up my first doily and decorating it. I added a couple of those hearts that I had cut out, and I added some stickers from that Amy Tangerine pack. I'm adding the banners that I had accordion folded and run through my machine, my sewing machine. And then I added different flowers that I had die cut out of some patterned paper. And I'm going to be working with basically all of the things, and I really love how it looks. I grab this cute enamel phrase here that says right now in a purple color, and I add that down. One thing I will say is when you're working on a surface that has a lot of dimension, you're probably going to want to use hot glue. So for instance, this doily already has lots of different layers and dimension on it because some of the hearts were hand embroidered, so they sit higher up off the page, and then I added some of those banners that have been accordion folded, so they sit up off the page a little bit. So my phrase right now does not sit entirely level down on that doily. So what I end up doing is I go back with hot glue and I put hot glue on the back of those enamel letters and words and phrases, and that helps it really stick to the doily regardless of all of the different layers that are underneath of it. So you can see how this is looking here. I add a couple of enamel stickers, some hearts, and some sequins to it, and then I'm going to get started on another one of these DIY embellishments. And I start this one off by adding some different thread there, and This time I have got a star that I had cut out, and then I'm going to layer up more of those hearts that I cut out and embroidered, and some flowers and leaves, and I'm really loving how this one looks. I think it looks so much like fall, and anytime you get the oranges and the yellows together, it just makes me feel so joyful. You know, yellow is one of those colors that is inducing cheer. It just reminds me of sunshine. And of course, I wanted to bring all the fall vibes on to this one and make it really seasonal. So I'm going to be adding lots of sequins in that gold and pinkish realm there in those colors, and I really love how that looks. And then I thought it was getting a little bit too monotone, so I add this purple leaf to it, and I bend that so the leaf appears to be coming up off of the page a little bit. And then I add some different stickers and phrases. You can see I play around with different things that I might want to use, and I'm not really sure what I will end up using. In the end, I decide to go with a purple phrase that says loved, and that just brought more purple onto this embellishment that I had the purple leaf on, and also some of those pink sequins reflect a little bit of purple depending on how the light hits them. So I thought that was pretty great too, and I really love how that looks, and this one has so much dimension on it. I absolutely loved it. I popped up the embroidered heart that was on it. I actually popped that up on some chipboard, so that sat up pretty high off of the rest of it, and I really loved all of the dimension and layers that added to the doily. Moving on to my third doily here, you can see they're coming together pretty quickly. I'm not too worried about things. I'm just kind of like putting things down. A couple of times I'll audition pieces where, you know, you try something out and maybe you don't like it there, so you take it out and you try 4 other things. But for the most part, I felt pretty content with my first 2 embellishments that I made and just kind of stuck things down wherever I thought I liked them. And I'm going to keep that trend going here. So you can see I am adding 2 different embroidered hearts to this doily, and I've already got some flowers down and leaves, and adding up some of those fun machine stitched banners. I love all of the dimension and homemade feel that brings to it. Adding lots more embellishments here. None of this will be new to you. It's pretty much the same process for every doily. I just end up using slightly different colors or embellishments, but all from the same kit and the same kind of elements that I had pre-made. So the hand-stitched hearts and the machine-stitched banners and all of the fussy cut elements and then the stickers that came in the kit. So I really love how that looks, and of course adding a little bit of sparkle, I think, to every single one of these doilies that I end up making, because this girl loves some sparkle. And I have so many ideas for how I can use these. I am so excited. So my first idea was as a gift topper. So if you ever package up a present or anything like that, you can easily stick one of these DIY embellishments on the top and make it look super fancy. You could also say you're going to gift somebody a 3-wick candle or something like that. You could also stick one of these onto the top of the candle, and that would be a really cute way to kind of festive up something that you're gifting somebody. And the first way I'm actually going to use these this month is I end up using some in my Bible journaling. I pick a flatter one to go in my war binder, and I will also use some on a scrapbooking layout. There are just so many different ways you can use these, and I really, really love how they look. If you're having a party or sending happy mail to somebody, it would be a good bag topper. and just so many different ideas for using these fun little things, and I really love them. It's just a fun way to get creative. If you ever get tired of making scrapbooking layouts, this is a really good alternative project that you could work on where you're still getting creative and getting new ideas and inspiration, but you're not necessarily having to work with pictures and the same old stuff that you usually work with. So it's a really good way to kind of keep that creativity flowing, or to get it back when you're feeling a little burnt out on some projects you've been working on, and just try something new. So I really love how this last one is coming together. I make 4 in this video, and you can see I just layered up lots of different die cut stars there, and yeah, I just offset them so they make kind of like this really fun star pattern. I added thread between the different layers of the stars. I add one of those hand embroidered hearts, lots of different flowers there, and sequins, and some fun puffy dots, and of course that puffy phrase that says "stay golden." And you can see there all of the prettiness. I absolutely love it. I've got so many different layers going on here. I'm actually going to go back and work on my 3rd tag now. I kind of took a break on it because I got stuck. So I moved along at that point to my 4th tag, and then when I was done with my 4th tag, I went back to the 3rd one and figured out what I could do to kind of make it come all together the way that I wanted it to. So what I ended up doing was I added this really cute fussy cut moth to it, and I really love how gorgeous that is, and how the edges of that moth kind of come up off of the banner it's sitting on. And then I'm going to add these different phrase stickers that came in the kit this month, and love how that looks, and I love how it ends up looking so much like fall. You can see all of my DIY embellishments here made with doilies, and I absolutely love them. You can use them for so many different projects, and they're just a really fun way to get creative and use up some parts of your stash, and to try a project other than memory keeping if you're feeling a little burnt out in your scrapbooking, or if you don't have enough time to sit down and do a full layout. These are really quick and imperfect and fun, and they can make scrapbooking a lot easier when you go back to scrapbooking, because you've got new motivation and inspiration, and you already have embellishments ready to go, like layered up and ready to put on your page. And then all you would have to do is add a title or journaling, some paint splatters to finish it off, and you have a whole layout done already. So that is pretty cool. I hope you guys have enjoyed these DIY doily embellishments and this tutorial. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, let me know what you would like to see me make with these DIY embellishments if you want to see any other videos, and I will also link the Click kits down below if you are interested in checking out this kit from them. And I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching today. Bye!